Yo, it's Ika here. I thought I'd talk a bit about my week, round one, I guess. Battle Spot. Was it Battle Stadium singles? Open round one. I mean, I'll be honest. I haven't been playing the generation much, so in terms of my own personal skill, like I did practice like a few games, but really I just started back playing this week. I played about 40-50 games on ladder, and then I think I played about 15 games versus Slurm. I wasn't playing well. I'll be honest. I'd have been a lot more confident if I was playing in Gen 7, because I know that I can take a break in Gen 7 and still be pretty decent. But anyways, we're playing against Dragonwhale, the leader of the tier and the host of the tournament. Pretty good player. I think he won, or there was another one, the unofficial open. I'm pretty sure he was a finalist, or he came second place, runner up. So I was like, oh shit, I've got like one of the hardest draws, probably like the hardest draw, like one of the two hardest draws in the tournament. Maybe Synergy versus 1TP is like another match that's like looks very difficult, but like or maybe playing against Zaya maybe. But like the rest of this is like I'd pretty much have a better chance against anyone else in the field, other than the buys, of course. There's like Lloyd, Grail, Puff, all in here. But anyways, this is game one. It's best of 3, and I don't know why I brought Stall. As like I was so unconfident. I'd been playing Slurm like a few days before, and to be fair, I won probably about 40 to 50% of the games, but I just felt like sometimes you have that feeling that you're not getting the Dynamax mechanics and stuff like that, or getting the generation pretty well. So it was really like coming off my mind, and I've just played this set, but I am currently still like slightly hungover from last night. I drank far too much. Had a great time, but drank far too much, so I was like not fully concentrating during this game. So yeah, I brought Stall game one. I know Stall is crap in this generation, but I was like, this is like the only style that I might not have to Dynamax every game, so I'll play this. And basically I got fucked by Togekiss. I didn't really I understood that Togekiss was in the game, but I just didn't play around it well. So Darmanitan Galar, I knew this lead was coming, the Darmanitan lead. I could have actually led Milotic, probably would have been a better lead than Quagsire, but I don't know. Really worried about this situation. I click Protect. I just want to see whether he's going to go for U-turn or for Icicle Crash. He feels to go for Icicle Crash. I'm going to counter this just to get rid of his Darmanitan, because I know it's going to be like a fucking issue, because I haven't brought Corviknight this game as well, so I can't really switch into Crash plus all the other moves very well. Like, I can't just deal with him Dynamaxing, basically. Brings out Togekiss, and this is where I mess up. I go Alcremie. I thought, okay, Alcremie is going to be able to take a +2 attack from this, and this is why I should have Dynamaxed my Alcremie, and I didn't, and therefore I think that might have still been a roll onto Alcremie. My Alcremie here is max HP, 228, Spadef, Calm Nature. So like I think it's pretty unlikely to kill. Like, even though Togekiss is strong as shit, this is a especially defensive beast, and basically I should have Dynamaxed here, definitely, either ways. And then what do? I go Milotic. He clicks Max Flare. I guess it doesn't matter at this point. You've won the game. I click Haze. Maybe I can win with my Milotic. One of the things that I really messed up on here, huge mess up for me, was I didn't, because I haven't played with this team much, I didn't know the EV spread of my Milotic. So this is a fast Milotic with Haze Recover Scald Wrap, and it outspeeds Togekiss by 1 point. So I could have like, even though I messed up here by not Dynamaxing with Alchemy, I could have Dynamaxed with Milotic here. Clicked Max Guard, so he can't get the speed boost, and then I have no chance of being flinch. I can just like slowly chip away at him whilst hazing and shit like that until he just dies, and I could have maybe won the game, depending on what was his last. I think Hydreigon would have still won, probably, although Hydreigon plus Togekiss does leave you to be like really susceptible to Alchemy if I get it in the right position. So maybe his last was like Mimikyu or something, or Excadrill, something that could take on Toxapex well. Maybe not Mimikyu, maybe more likely Excadrill. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I fuck up here really badly, because essentially, if I'd have known here this recover was that I was faster, then I'd have clicked Dynamax. So he couldn't flinch me down, which is what eventually he did. I realized turn 8, I was like, shit, I should have just hazed here, and then it would took me 3 extra turns to realize, oh shit, he's actually slower than me. So yeah, I think I say yeah, I Dynamax plays too fucking late. And I say like GG's here. Whoops, I really messed up here. Oh well. So yeah, I like going into game 2. I'm like, okay, that's really bad. He brought, like, the thing is, Dragonwhale, I prepped not really that much for him specifically. I looked at his the teams that he's used so far, like in the previous tournament, and basically he uses like just very standard stuff. Lots of Excadrill, lots of Togekiss, lots of Mimikyu, and Dragapult. So yeah, I was like, okay. I made a team. I wasn't confident playing this team anymore. Basically, I'd just been playing it so badly this game that I was like, okay, I can't play it anymore. So in game 2, I brought this team that I built a while back. Well, like earlier this week. I'll show you the team, since that's this one. The one I used game 1 is a Nofika team, the 20th ranked one. It's on the forums. This one, we've got Flame Orb, Conk Eldor. I thought Flame Orb Conk is just really underrated in this meta. I looked at Dragonwhale's team, so I was like, okay, well, Conk can put in a lot of work if I can just get rid of Mimikyu's disguise, because Conk can OHKO Mimikyu after the disguise is broken if you're Dynamaxed. Assault Vest, Dracozolt, this just helps to deal with certain threats, preventing Rotom Wash and Rotom Heat Volt Switch, generally walling those guys, which could otherwise be like a bit of a pain for my team. We have Taunt, Roost, Fast Corviknight. The EV spread here actually comes into play this in the next 2 games. It's specifically the reason you have 20 Spadef is so that you don't get 2-hit code by physical Dragapult's Fire Blast. Alchemy, I just like this mon, though was useless every single game I brought it. Yeah, just Calm Mind, Recover, Dazzling Gleam, Mystical Fire with Babiri Berry. Good for blocking Hippowdon's Yawn Spam and stuff like that. Mimikyu, Life Orb. I'm using a different Mimikyu set than most people use. I'm pretty sure I'll explain, which will probably better explain what I did in the game 2. Because like from an unobservant perspective, it might look like I just threw the game for no reason. We have Woodhammer on the Mimikyu, this tech that I thought for like look at this team and look at Quagsire or Gastrodon, really annoying to this team. So I was like, okay, I can bait, at least I can bait Quagsire in with Mimikyu and would hammer that thing down to 0%. And also setting up grassy terrain can help sometimes, weakening Earthquake for Dracozolt potentially, or something like that. Rotom Heat, just a standard Scarf Rotom Heat. So yeah, that's the team. Game 2, okay, it actually showed that I won. Looking at this matchup, I was like pretty sure I had a good idea of what his team was. I'd seen it somewhere, I can't remember where. I was like, I'm 99% sure that this Dragapult is physical weakness policy. I'm pretty sure Cinderace standard, Nasty Plot, Hydreigon. I wasn't sure whether it had Flash Cannon or not. So I was still like, I still brought Alcremie, but I was like, had that in the back of my mind, because a lot of them have been running Dark Pulse plus Flash Cannon with sub Nasty Plot is something that I've seen quite a bit. So that was something that I had on there. Standard Diggersby. I'm pretty sure that's what I was thinking when it came to it. Sash Cloister. So Mimikyu, this Mimikyu. The second thing I should say about it is that it's Trick Room. That basically I'm a Trick Room Mimikyu, so I can change the side on this. I'm like pretty sure, like right here, I'm pretty sure he's gonna Dynamax and try and get the weakness policy off me. So I do something like pretty weird, and I switch into my Corviknight. The reason I do this is because I don't want to activate his weakness policy. Or so like this turn, like I somehow managed to predict his Dynamax, because like if he got the weakness policy boost, he would have just swept through my whole team. But yeah, like here I know that I'm gonna be sacking my Corviknight, but what I hope that can happen is that I can sweep with Mimikyu plus Conkeldurr in the back, even if he has his own Mimikyu. The Mimikyu mirror is like what I'm scared of the most. And my team's not that strong against Mimikyu other than Corviknight. Like right here, if he clicks double max flare, I didn't think that was gonna do so little as well. But yeah, you see the bird. I just Brave Bird to get Chip off. I want him to waste all his Dynamax turns, and I go into Mimikyu and I can Trick Room, which I'm pretty sure what I do. He misses Fire Blast. Pretty unfortunate. Missed there. It would obviously break with my disguise, and then he could have gone into Cinderace, and I'd have had to go for had to Dynamax my Mimikyu, which would have been fine actually, because I had Conkeldurr in the back to deal with his Cloister. But right here, I just play rough. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna Dynamax. I'm gonna save it for Conkeldurr. Conk beats everything on his team pretty easily, except Mimikyu. Right here, I switch hard into Conk. He misses Pyro Ball. Like, it's unfortunate. Pyro Ball has like really bad accuracy. It's like 85% or something, 90%. But yeah, I'm like pretty sure that I just about live this Pyro Ball from Cinderace since you're at full health, and I'd just get my Flame Orb and Dream Punch it all back, because I know it normally takes about 50 to 60% from standards Pyro Ball, because I played the Conkeldurr Cinderace matchup quite a bit. I was like, okay, and then I get Flame Orb activated. I know he's fucked. I'm gonna click Max Lightning. Max Lightning covers Oko Cinderace, but also covers the switch to Mimikyu. I don't care if he goes Diggersby, if he has that. And right here, I'm 99% sure I've won the game. Because Max Lightning, I have Mimikyu in the back. If he goes for Shell Smash here, I'm pretty sure that Conk lives anyways. Icicle Spirit anyways, because it's Dynamaxed. But even if I'd run out of Dynamax, I'd just switch into Mimikyu and sack it, and then go back to Conk Eldor. In the other situation where he'd actually have hit Pyro Ball, I would pretty much have clicked Drain Punch. Drain Punch has like about a 50-60% chance to KO, and from that point onward, I'd win with Mimikyu. I'm pretty sure, because I don't think he'd expect the Wood Hammer from my Mimikyu. But I could be wrong. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I just click max knuckle with my Conk still. I think I'd have won this game either ways, but obviously it's like I don't like it when you know, like luck goes your way, because it's like hard to like frame on this stuff what would have happened, because I definitely changed my strategy. For example, if Dragonport had Fire Blast, I still had like basically full health mons. Dragonport hit Fire Blast here, or Cinderace hit Pyro Ball. Yeah, but it's hard to say. Right here, this is game 3. I'm still worried about the Dominant lead. Which is why I live. Oh shit! Did I actually do that in chat? DT'd Rotom Heat. Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, I was considering bringing Rotom Heat. I think I can't remember if I actually did. But yeah, the thing I was most worried about was Dominant lead. Mimikyu lead was also like a potential issue, or Togeki's lead. But yeah, he led Hippo. I was not worried about this. Tall Conk covers up perfectly. There's nothing he can do here. Like this freeze fucking sucks. But like, I'm 99% sure there's nothing he can do versus Conk here. Because I will just guts Drain Punch this thing until it dies. Basically, right here, he's got Citrus Berry. Probably could have put up Stealth Rock. Which I don't think it would have affected anything. So yeah, I should go through these turns. The reason that I clicked Thunder Punch, basically I want, maybe I should have, in retrospect, maybe I should have only clicked Thunder Punch once. I wanted his Sand turns to run out. You know, this is an example of like how like hacks changes the way you play. So I know that he may have Excadrill in the back, though I think it's Mold Breaker, but I don't want to like risk the fact that it could be Sand Rush. Like maybe he Dynamaxes or something later on in the battle, brings Togekiss out or something, doubles into Excadrill on my Alchemy or something like that, and starts fucking me up. So like basically I just decide to waste all his Sand turns. Thunder Punch covers Mimikyu. I don't care if he goes hard Excadrill or hard Hydreigon, and it covers Togekiss. Right here I see he's got Mimikyu. I'm gonna go and sack my Alchemy. I deliberately sack this mon here. He clicks Max Phantasm. Yeah, it would have killed me anyways. I sack it so I can go into my own Mimikyu and click Trick Room. And all I want to do here is break his disguise. I know that he's wasted his Dynamax now because of this. And I'm going to win the Shadow Sneak. and yeah, and from this point, Conk just wins the game because I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna Dynamax, and Oko the Mimikyu with. I actually go for Max Hailstorm. Probably, I was worried about him like potentially having extra draw and wasting time of Trick Room, which could have been a win condition. I'm pretty sure Max Hailstorm does so much to Dom anyways, and if he predicted, even if he switches into Dom on Max Hailstorm, I'm just gonna click Max Lightning then, and I'll click it twice and win the game. So that doesn't really matter. It's just preventing him going into extra drill here, and then yeah, Mimikyu's gone. I know Max Knuckle is no-co, and yeah, that's it really. This game, interesting game. I'm not sure how it would have played out without the Hippo freeze. The reason Hippo I don't think was too useful in this matchup. I mean, obviously, like looking at my team, it looks useful because I have Dracozolt and Rotom Heat, but I actually ended up bringing neither of them, just because I was like, I can beat Togekiss. My reasoning was that yeah, he has a Togekiss that's really threatening, and he did sweep me game 1 with Togekiss, but my way of playing around it this game, or my objective to play around it, was to sack him on and bring Mimikyu in and click Trick Room. So yeah, that was why it was, and yeah, I just right here, I don't think Stealth Rock affected anything. And definitely Yawn, like none of my team of the Mimikyu is actually affected by Yawn. So yeah, it was an interesting series. I'm sad that it was so haxy, I guess, if you call it that. I'm just checking that I'm actually recording. Yeah, I think I could have won games 2 and 3 even without the hacks, but like it's unsure. I think Dragonwhale might have had the advantage in game 2. I think game 3, this game I probably had in the bag anyways. Although like, you know, the freeze is like fucking unfortunate. I was just like a lot of these turns I was just worried about things that didn't actually turn up to the battle. But I don't like this gen because it's like got so many threats in. Well, no, I do enjoy playing it, but I don't at the same time, if that makes sense. Because it's like I have to be, even though actually he didn't bring extra door, I have to be worried about it. Even though I have Conkeldor, like yeah, he can Dynamax and live a Mach Punch if he like SDs on like my Alchemy or my Mimikyu. It's how it all gets like enough chip off from Hippo. Yeah, but anyways, that's all. I'm going on to round 2. I'm probably going to be actually live narrating my battles or streaming them from now on. I kind of, the only reason I didn't play like meme teams, I guess it's got Alchemy and it's like kind of meme, but I do enjoy this team. It's kind of a bit Zaya-like actually with the double electric. But the reason that I didn't live record this was because I'll kind of been spending a few months, I guess, not like I've been losing round 1 a lot. Like I lost round 1 to Jamal, I lost to Demontoid. Who else I played? Like played Slurm. I lost Slurm round 1. It's like it feels bad, man. I don't want to start off Gen 8 in such a bad fashion, even though these games had a bit of luck involved. I'm happy to win at least 1 round, and then I think I'm gonna probably relax a bit. So I'll be more willing to try some more heat stuff and some and not really like just have played the game a bit more fun as it's supposed to be played. Anyways, cheers for tuning in. I hope this was interesting anyways, for you guys. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like my current form, I was lucky to win against a good player, but sometimes that's Pokemon for you. You play this game, and I think like even if I'm playing at my 100%, like there's anyone in this field can beat me, or the opposite, can also be true. Like I can play they can play at their 100% and I'll win because of not playing better, but maybe having a matchup or hacks or whatever. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to like at least give people an idea and put some YouTube content out there. So there we go.